So I just wanted to show off my brain model, my hand-painted brain model. It's a little smaller than realistic, but it was given to me as a gift, and I don't know much about it because it was given to me anonymously. I just got a package in the mail one day, and I found this brain in it, and I was like, whoa, and it said, a gift to someone I know who is going to make a difference, and I was like, and then it said, it didn't have a name, and I just sort of came up with all these ideas of who it was, and I was like, you know what, let's just appreciate it. It really comes in handy, not having to, go to the lab to just sort of structurally look at it. So, this is the human brain. La la! This area is what we call the cerebrum. In this area, under here, which is back here, I'll hold it like this so you can see in terms of my brain. So the cerebellum, and the cerebrum consists of the cerebral cortex, cerebral white matter, and basal nuclei, and it's the sea of intelligence, really. It provides with the ability to read, write, and speak, to make calculations, compose music, plan, remember, imagine. This cerebrum. And there's like this, I don't know who started this. There's so many myths that people think are facts and that people keep, going off with that are not true. One thing we know for sure is that we don't only use 10% of our brain. We're using all of our brain at all times. But there's a conscious mind in that we are experiencing every day. And that's why, there's a lot of, memories or ideas that you can access through certain triggers. But in terms of our conscious thinking and our working memory, it's based on survival, which is why anxiety and certain, mental states are so overwhelming because, it's putting off, well, in terms of anxiety, I mean, your brain is trying to protect itself, trying to understand, and trying to make you aware, every sort of uncomfortable feeling that we experience is coming from our body and our nervous system basically telling us, hey, there's something going on that is not quite good. I don't know if it's bad, I don't know if it's good, but just become aware of it. Well, there's things that have been conditioned by constant, there's things that have been conditioned that our brain obviously understands. Like pain, certain aspects of pain and inflammation. So our brain knows what to do a lot of the time, but there's sometimes in terms of our emotional state and our social emotional state and our cognitive state that our brain just hasn't evolved to be quite completely understanding of. And I always say that, emotions are new. They really are in terms of the evolution of the brain. And our brain it's not its fault that, mental illness exists, but we can't blame it either, because we need to take responsibility, and we need to, understand our brains so we can work through this era of cognitive dissonance when it comes to the human condition and, different types of abnormal mental states that cause dysfunction and pain and, a lot of negativity in life. So, what makes up the brain? Billions of neurons. And it's split into the two hemispheres, okay? So you got the left and the right. And there's a lot to be said about each hemisphere in itself, but the idea that one side is specific to one thing and the other side is specific to another is completely false. There's no truth behind, there are certain skills that we know are specific to an area based on just electrical stimulus and, chemical stimulus based on, EEG and fMRI, but that's not telling us the whole story, because we know, things will happen over here and happen over. A little overview. So what connects the two the two hemispheres is this. Let's see, what side of the brain should I play with? I'll do this side. This is called the corpus callosum, and it's made of commissural fibers that contain highly condensed axons that conduct nerve impulse. Basically, it just helps the brain. It's a highly condensed corpus callosum. The corpus callosum, which basically a highly condensed structure of axons that is purely based on integrating the two halves of the brain to communicate with each other. So, one day when I have more time, I'm going to do a more detailed overview of the brain, and I'm probably going to, when I get my new microphone and everything, I think it'll probably be better. So, my brain model it's pretty simplistic, but it's nice to have on my desk. Platform for it. short and stubby fingers. My friends used to call me Stubbs. I think being Sicilian. So I think I'm going to do a really detailed overview of the brain as an ASMR video when I get my new microphone in the mail. Because I think that it deserves to be a big production. So, take it apart. Take it apart. So first I always take out the cerebellum. And this is called the arborvitae. It's just communicative network in the cerebellum. And very veiny. They kind of resemble something else in the body in a weird way. Not bad. This thing was handmade, so it's like a pain in the butt. I'm assuming it was handmade. So, this is the corpus callosum. Got the brain stem. I'm going to like the different structures in each domain of the brain, but I'll save that for the other video. I just, wanted to show it off. So that's my brain model. So I think I'm gonna end my video reading the quotes on my board because I think they're really nice to share. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. A successful woman is one who can build a firm foundation with the bricks others have thrown at her. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you've imagined. Your future depends on many things, but mostly on you. Happiness is a journey, not a destination. Happy is a yuppie word. Don't be hard on yourself if you aren't always happy. Nobody is. And those that are probably medicated to an extreme extent that they aren't even in their mind. They're not even actively thinking. I think because I started off this video talking about how Robin Williams basically, and brought me into the ASMR world. Or I guess
I should give the credit to Steven Spielberg, the director of that movie, but I really love the movie Jack. I love that movie. And after Robin Williams died, I went back and watched the speech that Jack did at the end of the movie at his high school graduation. I printed out a part of it. I want to read it. I put it on my wall. And it says, "You know, as we come to the end of this life," and it says, "You know, as we come to the end of this phase of our life, we find ourselves trying to remember the good times and trying to forget the bad times. And we find ourselves thinking about the future. We start to worry, thinking, what am I going to do? Where am I going to be in 10 years? But I say to you, hey, look at me. Please don't worry so much. Because in the end, none of us have very long on this earth. Life is fleeting. And if you're ever distressed, cast your eyes to the summer sky when the stars are strung across the velvety night, and when a shooting star streaks through the blackness, turning night into day, make a wish and think of me. Make your life spectacular. I know I did. I mean it. It's a really great movie if you haven't seen it. I'm going to link the speech in this description so you can watch the whole thing.